This should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. Preferably in a residential area.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Hoppe Hour.
What up? What's happening? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, and I'm pretty pumped about this next guest. On the phone line from Shade 45 on SiriusXM Radio, the one and only DJ WHOO KID is live on Hoppe Hour. What's up, dude?
Ooh, kid, what's up, man? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I was so pumped to meet you when I was doing Eric Nagel's show because I'm a huge fan of hip-hop. You would never think a 6'9" goofball would be really into hip-hop, but I love your show, man, so I'm pumped to get you on.
I don't know. You look like a basketball player or something. Like you look like a three-point shooter or something. I don't know.
Are you ready to hear this, dude? I was not born with coordination. I can't even dribble a ball. I'm a waste of my height.
Are you serious? That's crazy. I thought you were like, like Larry Bird's son or something. I don't know. You look kind of weird.
Oh, I do look kind of weird. E-Rock said I sort of look like a sloth, like from the Goonies. So I kind of took that with a compliment, I guess. You know?
That's hilarious, man. But it's great to be on your show on Sunday, man. I just came from, it's kind of random. I just came from, like, London, Paris, Italy. Then I did Canada last night. I was in London, Ontario. And now I'm on your show. Where are you in? Somewhere in Florida?
I'm in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you're in Tampa, yeah. So it's kind of like, I don't know, my spirit is, like, everywhere on this planet for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Is it weird traveling a lot and doing a lot of shows? Do you ever find yourself burning out, or are you a guy where you just love every second of it, you know?
No, I'm just a guy that sleeps on the plane, sleeps in the hotel, sleeps wherever he can. Like, thank God for business class. I can lay down and then I'll knock out for 5-6 hours. So I'm kind of like used to jet lag because touring with 50 Cent for like 10 years, kind of like, I haven't seen home in like 5 summers, so you can imagine shows, different climate changes, and of course, the different time zones is ridiculous. Like one day we'll be like in Africa, next day we'll be in Australia, next day we'll be like in Paris. So I'm kind of like used to it. I guess my body's used to it, but 1 or 2 weeks out of the year, I just shut down. And my body just gives me the big FU.
Yeah.
And then I just go to bed. Like, I just shut down, But usually 2 girls kind of like revive me. But
oh, yeah.
Story.
No big deal. So, like, is that kind of what gets you motivated, is like getting laid? Or would you say you use drugs to help calm you down? Like, for me, my drug is coffee, dude. I would not be anything in life without caffeine. How do you do it? A guy that toured with 50 Cent for 10 years, how do you keep on grinding, dude?
You are identical. Coffee. I drink. It's like coffee's my drug. I drink Starbucks. I told you that's where I dropped my phone. I dropped my phone at Toronto Airport at Starbucks.
That sucks.
On the corner of a table. So that's why I couldn't really call you at 2. I had to wait till I landed here. But I drink coffee like every morning. I get a tall, dry cappuccino, and if I'm in Europe, I always drink espresso. I don't drink espresso in the States. Because I don't know, it feels kind of weird. I feel like I have to be like literally like in Italy or Paris or London to have an espresso or tea. But anywhere in the States, tall, dry cappuccino, and I'll be good for the day. But I can only drink it in the morning. And as far as drugs go, I'm not really a drug head. I don't know why. I've never experimented, never had any like interest in like the heavy drugs. Like My drug usage is like if I'm with like Willie Nelson or Snoop Dogg or I'm in like Vancouver, Amsterdam, that's the only time I smoke weed. I don't wake up and look for weed, but I'm like a casual weed smoker. But it has to be with like, because if you're with Willie Nelson, there's no way you can't smoke weed. That's like a historical experience, and that's why me and him is like good friends, which is kind of weird. Me coming from my background, I have all these like weird good friends, which don't make any sense. You know, like me and Meryl Streep, I do a birthday party every year. You know, a lot of people don't know that, but if you follow my Instagram, you'll see like I have like the weirdest people that just like I hang out with. But drugs has never been like, you know, I've never been like, because I do too much. I do radio, I tour, I produce with every artist, I do EDM, trap, and then I do marketing for like up and coming. So I was born in 71, so I was here when there was no hip hop. So my best friend is like Tribe Called Quest, Big Daddy Kane, you know, Run DMC, you know, Russ Simmons is like, you know, he kind of like taught me everything about hip hop, and I saw hip hop come in. So you can imagine 7 generations of hip hop all the way till now, to Lil Wayne, to Kendrick Lamar, to, you know, I mean, everybody. I know everyone, which doesn't make any sense. But dealing with, you know, SiriusXM and FM radio, you know, I was on Hot 97. Then I met Howard Stern. Then I got kidnapped on Opie Radio. So it's like, you know, the combination is just relentless. So I just know how to, like, schedule everything and map everything out. And I still throw, like, you know, my drug is really like women. Like, I don't know. I'm divorced now. I think when I went on Howard Stern, it solidified my divorce. I kind of like told him everything that I do on the road, because, you know, he knows how to get it out of you. But other than that, I don't know. I just love women. I mean, I hope that's not a big issue. But I was married for like 16 years. But you know, you gotta change your car sooner or later, man. I can't be driving the same car, man. I'm sorry. See ya. Peace.
Is it one of those things, like, I remember you told Opie and Anthony a few years ago, like, it's just hard not to have sex with a new girl every night. Is that how you approach it, you know?
I don't do it every night. It has to be
Come
like
on, dude. I know you do.
Well, I mean, not every night, but, you know, like, if it happens, you know, I'm not going to say no, but the girl got to be amazing. Got to be, you know, and then, you know, before, especially later, I was on Jay-Z's tour, Eminem's tour. I kind of, like, did it all. So now I kind of look for, like, certain situations to really kind of like make me want to do it. Plus, you know, my favorite girlfriend is Netflix. Like, I don't mind killing a club, and then I go to my room, and then I just enjoy some Netflix and chill and stuff. So it's just like, it has to be like an amazing, exotic, young-looking beauty, you know? Like, but if it's like some regular groupie that just likes me, you know, she got like a hairy stomach and stuff, like, I'm out of here, you know? Like, next city, you know? There's always Miami, there's always Vegas. Like, all next week we're doing spring break. I don't have to worry about, even last night, I didn't get a girl last night in London, Ontario. Ooh. But I know next week I'm in, like, spring break. Like, I'm in, like, you know, Mexico, Cabo, I mean, all over Florida, from San Diego, LA, like Vegas. It's gonna be amazing. So I don't need to be worried all the time with my little buddy down there. Like, there's other things going on, you know, like, it's not always about, like, you know, but if it happens, if there's like an orgy or some craziness, I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, how do you deal with orgies? Like, are you cool with them? Because I was thinking about it. If it was a really hot girl, well, right now I have a girlfriend, so I'm saying this kind of on eggshells. But, like, if I were to be single, I don't know if I could do like a DP or an Eiffel Tower. It seems weird to have another dude there. Have you ever been cool with that?
No. My orgies are usually like, you know, like menages and stuff like that. I don't know. I get confused. I'm kind of like, I don't know, not to say I'm homophobic, but I'm just like, I'm not into like other dudes being around.
Of course not.
I'm the type of guy that's like, all right, call me when you're done, and I'll go in after. Like,
oh, you're that type of guy. You like wait in line, you know, get a ticket.
I was the corny guy on the G-Unit tour. Like, you know, on the tour they had this thing called trains, or they had, like, you know, multiple groups of women. I was always the greedy guy. I always fell in love on the road, which was against the rules. You can't really fall in love if you're going to the next city, you know. And I was super. They used to call me Super Negro because I used to save the hoes, whatever they say, save the whores. Like, sometimes there's an incredible, beautiful girl but she just wants to have a good time with everyone. But I'm the super Negro that'll be like, yo, you're too good for this. Like, what are you doing? Just be with me. Like, and then I get caught doing it because she'll snitch on me. So it's just like, you know, there's differences. I was that guy, the corny guy that didn't want like the other guy. I don't like sharing. You know, I want everything to myself. But I'm the king of the pancakes. I'm the king of the moisture pyramid. Like, you know, like I think the most I've ever had was probably like 3 girls. But the other artists I roll with, they had like 4 or 5 girls.
No big deal. Who cares, dude? Just 3 girls. Oh, poor you.
I can't go any higher than that, man. I'm like in my 40s, man. I'll be get a heart attack. You know, man.
Has sex changed for you over the years? Because now you're older. Has it changed for you?
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, your body can't. You know, there's a difference between 20 and 40. You know, like, so you got to watch what you do. You got to schedule it, map it out. You know, I work out. If I know I'm going to go crazy, I don't work out in the morning. I'll be finished in the afternoon. So. That's just one of the things on the road, man. The main thing is this thing called power, where you could control, like, where there's like 500 people to 20,000 people. Like, if I'm DJing, and then I just can't understand how the power of music can control like a group of people and make them do like amazing stuff. Like, I've DJed in front of 100,000 people, you know, like bulk area. Like, I don't know why they booked me, but ever since I did that, they called me the Negro Tiesto. Like, there was 100,000 people there, and no one didn't tell me there was 100,000 people there, but I still killed it. But getting experience touring with Eminem and 50, I mean, you're in front of like 20, 100,000. Like, Eminem did 200,000 one time. I was like, what the? So, I mean, I'm just enjoying my life because I don't want to regret it, because there's not that many people that's like me. Like, I don't want to be like dealing with the rules of society.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I got to be like, all right, so if I'm married, I got kids, this is what I got to do. No, I'm not like everybody else. There's only like maybe like 7 or 8 DJs like me. And I'm not going to like stop my life and abide by the rules. You know, you can see my Instagram, but my Instagram is wild and crazy, but I'm only filming and taking photos of what's going on around me. It's not really me. It's just like, you know, entertainment. I don't really live like that, but it is what's going on around me. If you see girls going crazy, moisture pyramids, yeah, but I'm not going to regret it. I travel the world. I'm in a different part of the world every week. You know, I'm with incredible celebrities. I hang with Robert De Niro. Like, I can't be regular. I can't just be like, all right, I gotta go home. I gotta do this. These are the rules. No, there's no rules for guys like me. That's why I'm just letting it go as long as I can. When I'm 50, I probably won't regret any of it because I've done more than the actual person that's in the entertainment world. You know, so I don't mind. You can judge me all you want, but I'm every man's man. Howard Stern stood up and begged me for a photo. I was horrified to ask him for a photo because he's Howard Stern. But the fact that my interview was top 5 interviews of that year, like, he interviewed everyone from Tom Cruise and whoever. But why is my interview the top 5 interview that year? Because I'm every man's man. Like, you can't do it. You got your girlfriend, but you can't do certain things. You can't say certain things. But I don't know. I treat everything as entertainment, and my personal life is really like my personal life, but my entertainment life is yours. You know, if you want to party with me, you want to enjoy some girls with me, you want to travel the world with me, I'm here. You know, but I'm not going to have no regrets, I'll tell you that.
That's what I like about you, man, is, and I'm not trying to insult rap music, but I feel like a lot of rappers are posers, and they try to act like hard asses, but you're just this really nice, outgoing character that seems like you would be the life of the party. Is that what you try to portray yourself as?
I am. I mean, you see what I did with, you know, like, especially like Rob Gronkowski. Like, he's a crazy party animal, but combining me and him together created like a situation where we are permanently banned from the Norwegian Pearl. Like,
that's awesome.
And that's like, he called me. He was like, "Yo, complete success. We are officially banned from the cruise. We could never do a party there, and we gotta do another one. I was like, I'm telling you, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. I got Opie to party. I begged him to come out. E-Rock, I ain't gonna front. He came out because I have a residency. I live in Miami. Him and Roland came out. Roland partied until 5 a.m. E-Rock conked out at 2. At least E-Rock came out, but I try to show everyone that, they're not used to that kind of lifestyle. You can come and party with me. You can enjoy yourself, and you can experience, whether it's hip-hop, EDM, trap. I even do country. I did, like, country clubs. Like, there's different ways of, like, enjoying this thing called the party, but I mean, you see, I was all over TMZ like last week with all this partying with, the Gronk cruise and, because my Instagram post was the first post that went out off of that boat, and TMZ took all of them, and you see the women flying, and that was only like 2% of what happened on that boat. I'm not gonna take photos of the feces with the $20 bill on it, but I'll leave that up to like whoever saw it and kept it as their little personal story. But
what was the craziest thing that happened on that cruise?
Like this girl came out of nowhere. She was like, I'm just on this cruise to give everybody head. Is there anybody that didn't get any head? And then the funny thing is, dudes was raising their hand. I was like, what? We were like in head school? It was crazy, man.
Do you look down on girls like that, or do you just appreciate the blowjob? Like, what do you think of the girls like that just are offering head at any time?
I mean, I would be very furious if I was her dad, but at the end of the day, I mean, what can I do? She's having her fun, man. If that's what she wants to do, hey, man, I can't stop her. And she wasn't that hot, so if she was hot, Super Negro is in the building.
Don't you ever get nervous about, like, STDs? Because you have to imagine that her giving you head, you're not like the 20th person she's ever sucked off. You have to imagine she's been doing this her whole life. You know what I mean?
I didn't really get head from her, but, I mean, I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't get head from her. I had somebody else enjoying life with somebody else.
But I mean, overall, do you ever get nervous about STDs? Do you wear condoms? Yeah. How does WHOO KID go about it?
I have like tons. I have like boxes of. Not only do I have boxes, but I get boxes from my loser friends that's on the tour with me too. Because for some reason they come to my room and knock on my door as if they're not on tour. Like I'm like, yo, you're on tour too. Like, what? Why is it out the condom, man? What the hell, man? But I always get like a big box of like 30, 40 because I know somebody's gonna knock on my door, and then I gotta like disperse it, So.
Dude, you are a guy that gets laid a lot. No wonder Howard loves you. I feel like everybody lives through your Twitter posts. You know what I mean? You're awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like, DJs learn from my posts to see, because I got tired of watching like other DJs' Instagrams and then they just show photos of them putting their hands up. And like I show like the chaos, the crowd control, the multiple of people wilding out at the same time, like the 10,000 like roaring fans jumping up and down. Like, I despise photos because you can't really tell if it's really like energetic or crazy. So if you just don't have video of you killing a crowd, why post anything? Like, some DJs post themselves DJing, like no crowd. Don't post anything. I like action. I like, seeing is believing. Like, and that's why, me and Waka Flacka, we're booked 62 dates. I don't even know how I'm going to do it, but we're continuously getting booked because I showcase everything we do every night, how we kill the club. We go to the next city, sold out. Crazy. We show proof of everything, So a lot of DJs go on my Instagram not only to see what I play, but how I kill it, and they try to copy. Because I'm looking at other DJs that I've never seen before. Now they got girls in their Instagrams. They're showcasing what's going on in their booths. They're getting a little courageous in front of their girlfriends, I guess. Because a lot of DJs I know got girlfriends. They can't really go crazy the way I do. But they use my Instagram as an escape. Like, oh man, he's doing it. He's doing it for us.
How crazy does Waka Flacka get?
He's out of his mind. He's a vegetarian now. He's very energetic. He jumps in the crowd. Usually the thing I love about him is there's never a set list. So every night is a different show. We did, I forgot where we were at, but we had 3 sold-out shows, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think it was like South Carolina or somewhere. I don't know where it was, but we just messed around and did 3 different shows. So if you're like a fan that if you went to all 3 shows, you went to 3 different shows. That's how crazy we are. Not to mention we get drunk and crazy before we go on. So, but it's never a set list. It's never we just read the crowd and we just do whatever we want. And that's why it makes it so perfect with me, because he brought me into that trap EDM world, and he still does hardcore hip hop. So you get all 3 elements plus wild college kids that love him. That non-urban promo is the best. We don't have to worry about shootouts, people dying. Black people curse us out. Oh, we didn't even know you were in town. All right, but we don't want to get shot at.
Have you ever been at a show where there's been a shooting or a riot?
Yeah, I mean, when I used to tour 50 in the beginning, when me and 50 Cent did 400 hood clubs, we did it all in America before Get Rich or Die Trying came out. So I've seen people get shot. I've seen people dead in the back with the red "Do Not Cross" tape, but we still got to perform, because if we don't perform, the club gets shut down. I've seen continuously bottles getting thrown everywhere. We almost got kidnapped in Africa. 10,000 sandals getting thrown at you in Africa. You're never gonna experience stuff like that. They took jewelry for it was my chain, but I guess somebody grabbed it when 50 Cent pushed the guy. I've seen it all. Cars run over people. I almost died 7 times on the tour. From metal pieces almost falling on my head, from gangsters to we had to get in a tank one time to go to the airport. We physically was in a tank because the whole grid went out. And then you got the racist mafia dudes in Croatia and Albania. They'll kill black people, but they won't kill you because you're a celebrity. They'll tell you that. They'll be we love G-Unit, so we won't kill you. But if you were a regular black guy, we will kill you. I was okay. I've never even experienced nothing like that. So you can imagine all the different experiences from all that, and then you go to the billionaire side where you got the billionaires. You got gay billionaires, you got weirdos, you got dudes that got so much money they don't know what to do. They're naked walking around you. What the fuck? It's crazy. What's going on here? So it's you gotta take all that in, and then you gotta figure it out on your own, and you gotta make your own decisions on how you're gonna take it.
Now,
whether you run or you chill.
When this is all going down, is there ever a point, let's say when glass is getting thrown at you, or people are saying, I'm not going to kill you because you're a G-Unit, is there ever a point when you go, I think I'm done with this because you're scared for your life, or do you not really care because you love every second of working with G-Unit?
I have nothing to do with love. If I told myself if I could survive the hood and all the to me I've learned dealing with 50. I guess he has experience with it. Is when they're shooting, the ones who get shot is the ones that's running. So I'm the DJ and I get to see the whole environment. I'm watching people shoot at each other, blah blah blah. But it just looks like the Matrix. Everything is slow. You don't need to move because what difference does it make? Where are you running to?
Yeah.
The only thing you're going to do is run into a bullet. So I just learned from dealing with 50, I just crouch down. I look around for my surroundings because usually whoever's doing the shooting they're not shooting at us. They're just beefing with each other. So I just look at both sides where the shooting is. And it's so slow. It's unreal. It looks like I can see the guy pull out. The bullet is flying in a slow-mo. And then as long as they're not aiming my direction, what do I need to worry about? So, but seeing people get shot, especially from my environment, forget about 50 Cent. I came from an environment of DJing clubs where people are killing each other, fighting, shooting, so it's hard to believe, but I'm just used to it. It's just that why I'm just not scared. Like you'll get scared like for the first couple seconds, like you hear the first gunshot, but after that, it just goes over. It's just a certain thing you got to. I guess it's through experience. I don't know what it is, but I just know how to like stand still. Plus, I always have like 30 guys with me protecting me. Before I met 50, I used to go do all these hood clubs. I always had like 20 dudes, so it would never come my direction. People love me. I never had beef with people, but I always brought like 20 guys for protection. But I can't control like the girlfriend punching the guy who's cheating or the guy who's shooting at the other guy for, taking over his drug turf. They're both in the club. Like, I can't control those scenarios. But the one thing I did do is I chose to get out of those scenarios by finding my own artists. Like, thank God I found 50 Cent, did all that mixtape crap with him, and then we went from the hood stuff to, like, arenas and then signing with Eminem and then hanging with Dr. Dre. Then, you got the Snoop Dogg situation, while working with him. So it's like I had to get out of that. So, but even, like, 10 years of 50 Cent, like, you still will have the element of, like, danger. Even though he's super popular, he still has the stigma of, like, the gangster guy. Like, just don't mess with him. But gangsters come and see 50 Cent. So you'll always have that element. So you can have gangsters and, like, 20,000 white people, but you have, like, gangsters in the crowd, too. So it's really no difference. I had to get out of that and hang with Waka, who already went through hell with shootings, all his friends dying. He has, like, at least 20 dead friends on his side. So he's already experienced all that shooting and chaos. Thank God he went through all the Steve Aokis and Tiestos and Carnage, all those EDM DJs, brought him into that world, like Borgore and all that. So he started touring overseas and doing festivals and took him away from all that hood stuff. So meanwhile, I'm trying to get out of that too. I just happened to meet him in Canada, in Edmonton, and we both agreed to become a team together. He had a show, I had a separate show. After both our shows, we linked, and then we just combined both worlds. I have radio, I have all the experience, I have musical production. He has, like, countless experience, like, from hood to the white kids to, like, he's on TV, and me and him running for president. Like, this guy could do anything. So we both became, like, this super group where we're just, like, more than the music, obviously, because we're booked for, like, another 62 dates. I don't even know how I'm going to do this.
How are you going to do it?
I don't know. Maybe I have you take some spots or something, man.
Yeah, dude, we could team up and have like a crazy-ass Hoppe Hour show where you and Waka do your thing and I just hang out there awkwardly as the white guy that I am,
Maybe you could have you shoot some threes or something. I don't know.
Dude, you don't want to see my basketball release. Dude, I don't think you know how uncoordinated I am. Like, it's actually sad. You know what I mean?
You got to come to one of my shows. I think we're coming to Tampa, too.
Dude, whenever you come to Tampa, hit me up, man. Because having you here would be crazy. I think you would take over Tampa radio overall. You know what I mean?
Oh, gravy, man.
What do you think of Tampa?
Tampa's actually fun, I mean, you got the Disney over there. You got all the...
That's Orlando.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong location. Well, you do got them wild crackheads over there and that drug, smoking that Waka.
We do, dude.
Waka, whatever they call it. You guys are, like, eating each other. Like, it's like Walking Dead over there. And I find that to be cool. Like, there's no other place where you could take a drug and eat a human except in Tampa.
Dude, Florida's weird, man. It's like a transplant area. So, like, everybody here is just bad shit crazy. I don't know if you pick up on that vibe at all.
It's kind of like hood in a way, but, the weather's good. A lot of, I guess you got a lot of seafood there.
Oh, yeah.
If I can remember. I had, like, lobster, like, 10 times over there. But other than that, it's cool, man.
What'd you think of that show at the USF with Lil Wayne? That's where I saw you perform, like, in November.
I mean, it was a little unorganized, but it's cool. It was just like, it's like, it wasn't like Carol Lewis or nothing like that. It was some hood stuff, but
Dude.
We did our part, man.
The best part about it was there was like this 55-minute intermission between you guys and Nas, and it was so awkward.
They were like, yo, can you keep going? I was like, what? So you keep going. Yo, just keep going, keep going. I was like, all right.
Dude, you guys lit up that room, though. It was so much fun. Like, you guys did a really good job. So I can imagine if you can light up USF with a half-filled-up crowd, then it must be fucking insane when you're at some show with like 200,000 people.
Our joints are like really insane. That's why I need you to just come out and just experience like one show. It's like you probably be like, oh my God, I won't go to another party.
How do you do it fucked up though? How do you do shows being drunk? Because I couldn't do it.
I don't know, man. I'm dealing with Waka, man. Yeah.
How hard does he party? How hard does Waka go?
He could party literally, like he doesn't like staying in his room, so he could party like literally till like 7 in the morning. Me, thank God there's this thing called Uber. I'm out of here. Like I'll order an Uber and then I'll cut out. He won't even know when I left. He'll be like, "Oh, WHOO KID's not here." Like, yep. And he'll mess up your night too. If you got like a drunk girl that's ready to go crazy, he'll make you party with him so long that the girl gets sober. And she'll be like, I'm going home. This is too much. Ruin your whole night. He's the king of that.
Has he ever C-blocked you before?
Nah, he's like too busy in love with his wife. He really, 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 really loves his wife unbelievably. People see him as this crazy, wild. I'm the one that don't care, and I'm the one that has all the girls going crazy. And me and his videographer. His name is Pac. We get all the girls.
Waka seems like sort of like a sweetheart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's outgoing. He'll talk to anyone, man. He'll give a homeless guy like $50. He'll stop the car, jump out, and run into a frat house and get drunk with the kids, and he'll do the same in the hood. He'll jump out. He'll be like, yo, I'll be like, yo, it's not safe here. He'll be like, I don't care. These people don't see me. They'll see me on TV. Why am I rolling my window down and saying hi and keep it moving? Let me get out and meet the people. He'll get out and then he'll talk to everybody. I mean, it's kind of like a security issue, either or. Even though whether it's a frat house or the hood, there's also security issues. Security guards hate him because he'll jump out and run and leave everybody. So it's like, he really doesn't care. He's really a people's person. I try to warn him about that from different scenarios and stuff, but I guess everybody's everybody, because I know Proof all my life. Like, he's outgoing. He does a lot of things on his own. When I was in Germany, we were on the Eminem tour. Proof would go out by himself to the club, hang out with the people. He's a people person. But as you can see, Proof is not alive today. Proof got killed going to the club. So I'm just telling him, you just got to, think before you do all that reckless, random stuff. I'm not going to say you're going to get killed at a frat house. I'm not going to say you're going to get killed at a hood spot either, but I'm just saying, you get killed anywhere. Just, think. I mean, but he doesn't think of himself as a super celebrity, I guess. I don't know.
Would you say you've taken him under your wing? Would you say you're sort of mentoring him?
I'm trying to mentor him from my experience. 50 Cent's the same way. 50 Cent will just get up and walk by himself in Times Square. He'll just jog. And the security's, go crazy. He doesn't wake him up. He'll just get up, and then they'll be like, where is he? And he's, in Times Square by himself. And hot dog people are like, yo, I just saw 50 Cent. It's I guess these stars are all the same. They're just, weird in a certain way. And they're tired of their jail cell, called fame. Eminem, I remember when we were in Hawaii, I think I took him to Diamond Head because I used to live in Hawaii. So I took him to Diamond Head. We went all the way up the mountain. Nobody knew who he was. We went to the movies. Nobody knew who he was. So he felt like finally there was a certain freedom where he could walk around. And then he can't do that no matter how hard he tried. anywhere in America, but the fact that Hawaiians are like very laid back. They don't care. You know, I wore like a pink shirt, purple pants. I probably got my penis out. I went to Starbucks. Nobody cares. I was like, can I get a call? They don't even tell. Like if I go inside New York, like any Starbucks in New York, dressing like that, my penis out, they're like, yo, why do you have that shirt on? Why is your penis out? Why you got some wild ass slippers?
New York seems very judgmental. I kind of got the vibe that everyone thinks they're better than everyone else, you know?
Yeah, but Hawaii, they don't care. They don't care about anything. Everybody's retired. Everybody's Asian, and everybody dresses like Nick Nolte or something, man. Like freaking, I don't know. Like everybody dressed like Nick Nolte out there. Nobody cared, and I proved it. I wore the worst outfit ever. Nobody said nothing all day. So imagine Eminem walking up Diamond Head. It's not a small little hill. It's Diamond Head. Like we went all the way up the joint to the top. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said hi. He sat with a group of people. Nobody cared. I mean, he had a hat on, but still, I could tell if it's Eminem.
Yeah.
Nobody said what's up. So it was like that was probably the only time I saw him like really like cool, and he just like kind of like happy that he could go out and nobody bothers him.
What's Eminem like?
He's cool. He's like a little kid. Cool.
He seems like a very laid-back guy, which is why I've always been a big fan. Is he seems like a guy who appreciates his fans.
He does. He's very laid back, and then I have like a weird relationship with him because every time he sees me, it's like he got to do pranks and stuff. So me and him have a different relationship. Like I'm always the one they're doing jokes on.
Do you feel bad about that, or do you not care?
No, I don't care because for me to get down in his circle took years. Like, he doesn't talk like there's only like maybe like I'm even exaggerating, maybe like 10 people in his circle. It might be 8, and I'm like one of them.
How much of an honor is that, dude?
It's kind of weird. It's like, one day you're hanging and then a phone call goes off and it's Eminem on the phone. I'm like, okay. You want to put this song out? All right. But it's just like, yo, Eminem just fucking called me. Like, get the hell out of here. It's just so weird, man. And some people are bucked that I could call Floyd Mayweather at any time and do any kind of interview with him, whereas the Sports Center can't even get through his freaking publicist. I could call Floyd Mayweather right now while he's taking a dump. Yo, I need to talk to you. Like some people, it's just like it's just weird relationships that I have with certain people, man. It's just like they're cool out there with the fans, but with me, they just treat me different. I guess I don't know what it is.
Now, before I let you go, dude, what are some things that you have coming up?
Well, we got 62 more dates added on the Turn Up God's tour. We have 4 videos coming out. Me and Wak, and then I teamed up with Wild Fellas, these big European DJs. They do a lot of festivals and stuff overseas. I did like at least 2-3 songs with them, and then I'm going to combine with. Speaking of more touring, I'm going to combine with Snoop Dogg as a DJ crew. So I'm going to like split my tours with him too, because I'm going to remix his whole Doggy Style album with like major DJs, and then we're going to do like 3 to 4 new songs to add on that remix mixtape, and then we're going to tour like Asia, Europe, like all over, just DJ, me and Snoop Dogg. We haven't figured out our tag name yet, but I can't call each other Turn Up Dogs.
Yeah,
Walker might kill me, but yeah, it's just a cool thing, he ever since I DJed with him in Toronto for All-Star Weekend, it was me, him, and Shaq, which was like the weirdest, like Shaquille O'Neal. I didn't even know he DJs that hard. So after I DJed with him, he got on, and then I kind of like hyped it up with him, DJed a little with him. He felt like it was a good look, like it felt good instead of him being by himself. So I told him, let's remix a couple of your songs, let's just start doing some wild stuff. So that's all in the works. So WHOO KID, Snoop Dogg, WHOO KID, Waka, The presidency, I don't know. Donald Trump looks like he's going to win. So,
do you want him as president? What do you think? I'm scared.
I interviewed him on my show like 8 years ago, but I had I guess the cool Trump. Now we got the butthole Trump. So,
He scares me,
man.
dude. I don't like him at all, man. Ted Cruz is a dirtbag too. Fuck Ted Cruz.
I mean, anyone who says that we're, he screams out, we're known as the silent group, talking about the Republicans, and then he says, but now we're known as the extra loud and yelling group. Like, what kind of president says that? Like, I'm done, man. Especially if one guy is calling each other like jerk, you got an ugly face, go change your suit. What kind of president? This is supposed to be the next president of the United States. It's like World Star. I feel like I'm watching World Star on TV. Like,
Dude.
Hillary Clinton is doing the dab dance.
I know.
To get black votes. Like, I'm like, yo, come
Bernie's
on, man.
hanging out with that rapper, Killer Mike. I mean, what the hell?
I give up, man. And then I already, man, I might move to Paris with Kanye West, or I don't know, I might go to Thailand. You can live on $1 a week there. Maybe I go to Thailand and hide over there.
Would you actually move if Trump was president?
Oh man, I'm thinking about it. It's not really. I'm not gonna really move, but it did cross my mind because it's just unreal. Because especially, I just came from Europe, and that's all they're talking about. Like from political people I met, rich people. Like I met so many people like from clubbing and eating and socializing, and they always bring up Trump, and they're all laughing. They're like, "What is going on in America? Like, is America really so cheesy like that?" You don't see stuff like that going on in Europe, like, or anywhere. We're the only country that you could just like make fun of somebody and then gain like followers and votes and support. And this guy making money off his YouTube views. This guy doesn't even like Trump don't even go to the debates. He'll do his own debate, make money from his own debate. Since when you ever see something like that? Then you got the losers coming in out of Mr. Jersey himself, squeezing through. He's paying off everybody.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is too, dude, everyone rips on Obama, but I think we're going to miss him when whoever replaces him, if it's Clinton, Trump, whoever, I think we're going to say to ourselves, Obama wasn't that bad, It
doesn't matter who you are. You could be black, yellow, purple. America's wrecked economically, socially, everything. Like, there's no respect here anymore. It's already wrecked. I don't care who you are. You could be any president. You could be gay, lesbian, whoever is in that office, you're just inheriting more chaos. I don't care what color you are. You could be the worst black president, whatever. After Bush killed it, and then whoever else before that, it's a wrap. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't fix it. You just got to keep him going, try to mend a little bit here and there, and there's nothing you can do. I don't care who you are in there. But now you can see, like, these guys running for president, nobody's believing all that, I'm going to change – I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, more jobs, less taxes, because it's the same repetitive crap we've been hearing at every debate. So now the only thing they could go for is finding dirt on each other, cursing each other out. Even my son, both of my sons called me and was like, yo, Dad, why is this guy calling this guy a jerk? I've never heard of this before. Like, this guy just called the other guy a jerk. I was like, I don't know what to say, man. This is America. What do you want me to do, man? Do you want those Yeezys? How much they cost? Like $1,000. All right, man. Like, I had to get out of the conversation because when you hear your kids are like wondering, like, the presidency is supposed to be like the most prestigious crap, but they just proved that the presidency ain't shit. It's just controlled by the government. They're just like puppets. And then they just proved it with all this chaos going on. So it's entertainment. And this is the first debate I've ever watched. I ain't gonna lie. I never cared to watch any of that stuff. But it's very entertaining. But at the same time, like, people here don't travel. So if you're like the guy that's gonna go from Brooklyn to Manhattan and you think vacationing is going to Florida, you don't go to Europe, you don't go to Dubai, you don't go to like Africa. Like, all these other leaders are looking at us like, what is going on here? There's nothing serious going on here. And I got to deal with this guy. Like, once Donald Trump become president, I have to deal with him with oil issues, with war, with economics, trade, embargo. I got to deal with Donald Trump. Are you kidding me? Like, they're laughing at us right now. But
have things gotten worse since you were born in the 70s and you've been around for a while? Have things gotten worse over the years, would you say?
I mean, we all went through the big money years. Now it's getting worse and worse. You can see the separation. It's either you're rich or you're super poor, you know? So it's not even poor anymore. It's super poor. I don't even know how people can survive with all this shit going on. But what can you do? I'm living in a matrix. That's why I don't take nothing serious. I don't watch the news. I don't believe nothing. I don't listen to anything. Like, because at the end of the day, the news is controlled. You know,
exactly. It's all biased. It's all liberal biased or Republican biased. What if Kanye West were to be president?
Oh, man. I mean, I would rather that than freaking Donald Trump, man.
Really?
At least, I think I'd rather that. At least he's always crying and stuff, and he's always like, you know, he's been through hell. He understands struggle.
Yes.
I guess somebody would have to teach him, you know, how the whole White House crap works. But other than that, at least he would be slightly believable than all the idiots that's there now. You know, like, and then back to the media. I just can't, you know, I don't watch TV. That's why I'm always on Netflix or I'm just watching karate movies all day, because I know that I live in this box that they call America, where it's just straight control here. Everything is controlled. Like, you're going to watch freaking Chris Rock do all these corny jokes and nobody say nothing. Everybody's saying it was amazing. Oscars was great. I don't care. You could do the corny, you could do the black jokes all day, but the black jokes got to be funny. Like, I got to laugh. They were like terrorizingly horrendous. I'm a funny guy. I make people laugh all day on my show. It's not that hard to make people laugh, but it felt like, ugh. Like, I'm never the guy to be annoyed by racial stuff. This guy's talking crap, because I don't really get irritated by that stuff. Because number one, I don't watch TV. I don't believe in anything. But when something that you're trying to come across with the separation of black and white, and then you're in a white event, but you can't make it funny, just stop. Just, all right, you got the first point out. Dead it. Now just be funny for the rest of the show. It's like black, 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 black. And they're all corny. If they were black, 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 and all the jokes were funny, then I would laugh. But they were getting worse and worse and worse. Even that Stacey Dash thing, I was like,
that was so awkward. I don't even know what that was about, dude.
I didn't even know what to do. I was like, should I laugh? Like, yo, I'm the king of, like, hanging on Opie radio. Like, I love going on Opie radio, even from the beginning. Opie and Anthony, like, they gave me the experience to understand that white America, like, to understand, like, the humor, to understand how to talk to that group of people, and to understand, like, what the hell are they talking about. So if you don't understand, like, their humor, you know, you're not going to get it. But the Chris Rock thing, I don't care where you're from. I didn't get it at all. All I got was the worst jokes ever. And, I love Chris Rock, but I just couldn't believe how corny he was.
I think he had to be politically correct. He had to be friendly, you know. It's ABC.
Yeah, but they should have got Kevin Hart or somebody to do that. They should have got somebody who could have brought out the political crap, whatever you're talking about, in a funny way. It was not funny. It was corny. It was like, I don't even look at it racial. I just look at it as the corniest jokes I've ever heard. But then you got the media. They don't even say not one word about it. Everything was like, yeah, it was amazing. Chris Rock went at the racial issues head on. Like, give me a break. Like, black people don't watch the Oscars, but black people did watch it this time, and it was extremely boring. Like, I was like, I'm out of here.
Were you embarrassed for Chris?
Yeah, I was embarrassed. Like, this guy's a funny guy. I liked his last movie, whatever the top 5, whatever. Like, he's a funny dude. He has, like, weird humor. He's always been hilarious. He had classic hood movies that's in all our tour buses when we tour. Like, we watch Chris Rock. Like, he's the funny crackhead, the funny comedian, funny, like, all them the Sandler movies he's been in and stuff like that. Like, we like him in those movies, but he was extremely corny that night. Like, it made me, like, change the channel. And I'm not that kind of person to I don't take stuff serious. But I really thought it was really corny.
What did you think of the whole thing where there weren't enough black nominees for the Oscars? Did you agree with that, or did you think that was overblown?
I don't care about that stuff because, like I said, first of all, why would I care about the Oscars? I don't watch the Oscars.
Yeah.
It's just a group of people, how we say in the hood, they just like blowing each other. You know, it's rich people blowing each other all day. It's just like, 69s with dudes and girls all day. Like, all right, you did this movie. Give this guy a gold trophy. All right. He stands there, corny little scenes from movies. There's never a good scene if you ever watch those things. It's always like some corny part, and then they pause it because you can't find a good part in a movie if it ain't action.
Yeah.
So number one is like, I'm bored out of my mind watching this, like, old people, like, weird accents. Like, they're giving all these awards to, like, spies and all these weirdos that are behind, like, come on, the guy that does production, the guy who did all the whatever, he did like the puppetry in the movie, the mechanics, the special effects. Like, there's always some weird guy from Spain. Hey, I cannot believe I won this award. This is amazing. Then you got people that don't even speak English. Like, they have translators. Like, this is like the most boringest award. So I don't know why black people care. We don't even watch it.
What if you were to be the host of it? How would you deal with it?
I would do it, but I wouldn't do it corny like that. I'll tell you that.
Well, dude, keep up the good work, man. And when you're in Tampa Bay, I'll definitely hit you up. I got to see what you and Flacka are all about, man.
Yeah, man. You need to thank my niece. I stole her cell phone to call you. So
thank you, good, and I appreciate it, dude. It means a lot.
All right, man. I'm out of here. I'll see you on my Instagram.
All right, sounds good. All right, see you, dude.
All right, man. Powell, you can shout out my Instagram for me if you want.
Sounds good. At DJ WHOO KID, right?
Yep, that's my Instagram.
Everyone give him an ad right now.
All right, man. Powell.
All right, see you, bro.
All right.
And that was the one and only DJ WHOO KID, who can be heard on Shade 45 on SiriusXM. I appreciate him coming on. I got to meet him when I sat in on It's Eric Nagel on OP Radio about 9 days ago, and I was so pumped to meet him in the hallway. The guy's a character. He's so outgoing, and that was a lot of fun. If you're a fan of DJ WHOO KID and you want to hear more of Hoppe Hour, it's not hard. It's not rocket science. All you have to do is go to the Hoppe Radio app, which can be found in the Google Play or iPhone shop, HOPPE Radio, and you can hear all 100 of my interviews, including this one with WHOO KID. Tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And guess what my website is? ryanhopperadio.com. This has been Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, saying peace out.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.